It's clear at this point that society is on the brink of collapse. The wealthy elites have all run away to New Zealand, leaving the rest of us plebs to fend for ourselves. Well, I, for one, welcome the end of the world as we know it. All I need is food, water, and a tricked-out gaming PC so I can live out the rest of my days in my bunker playing Fallout.
Another settlement has sent word that they need our help.
Assuming I survive the nuclear fallout. Meet the Prepper PC. It's designed to stand up to all the main apocalypses. Zombie, alien, financial. It'll outlast them all. And it's brought to you by Jackery. Okay, tricked out might have been overselling it a little bit, but this pony does have one really cool trick up its sleeve. It's super efficient. In a full-blown gaming scenario, this bad boy will draw only about 100 watts. Remember when 100 watts only powered a freaking light bulb? We achieved this using a combination of careful hardware selection and software tuning, starting with our power supply. This fanless unit from Seasonic is 80+ titanium certified for efficiency and can output a total of 700 watts. Not that we need that, but it's gonna help us manage our thermals. More on that later. For our CPU, we've gone with an Intel 12th gen, but hold on before you freak out, 12100. Actually, super efficient and capable gaming CPU. Then for our GPU, it was a tight race between the RTX 3050 and the Radeon 6500 XT. At stock, it was an easy win for Team Green, but like our CPU, which is undervolted to maximize performance per watt running an offset of -80 millivolts, our GPU needs to be tuned since that's the most power-hungry component in our system. And what we found was that 1800 megahertz at 825 millivolts is a great sweet spot for playable 1080p gaming while just sipping power. And the 3050 just edged out the 6500 XT. Every unnecessary motherboard port was disabled in the BIOS, including removing the Wi-Fi module outright. I mean, what are you gonna connect to the hotspot at Starbucks in a post-apocalyptic world? And finally, the stock fans in this old Antec 900 V2 draw a whopping 6 watts each. So we took their power leads, coiled them up, and replaced them with some nice, efficient Noctuas. We've got one in our NHD15 cooler and a second up in the top of the case, which is hopefully gonna be enough to cool not only our system, but also our burial enclosure. Let's talk about that. For the ultimate in protection from the elements and concealment from looters and brigands, we determined that burying our gaming system would be the best course of action. We settled on a truck bed toolbox for a couple of main reasons. One is that it's made of aluminum, meaning that this will never rust. And two, at only 150 Canadian dollars, this is just one of the most economical ways to get your hands on a large, weather-resistant enclosure. You can fit so much PC in there. Is there a safety release for this? This side gets our gaming PC. We could have 3D printed a bracket or something to hold it in place, but we didn't, so stay, good boy. On the other side, yes, this is how we're going to stay entirely self-sufficient for power. The Explorer 2000 Pro can easily handle the load of both our PC and our monitor, and a maximum of 2200 watts sustained, 4,400 watts peak. And the second we plug in one of Jackery's solar panels, it turns from a power station into a solar generator. Now, obviously, we need to run Jackery's cables along with their little consolidation boxes here outside, because we're not gonna get a whole lot of sun underground. So for that, we've actually modified our box with these 2 gooseneck vents. These will help us get air in and out, as well as cables in and out, without risking any water seeping into our enclosure. That would be an extremely bad time. This is not a water-cooled setup. Of course, to be air-cooled, we're gonna need a cooling fan, so we're adding another. Woo! There it goes, of our Noctua Industrial PPC fans. This time, directly to the vent on the other side. So intake over on that side, exhaust over here, next to our PC. Now we need a dig site, and this is a big decision because as much as I'd love to just chill on a lawn chair in my backyard playing video games, if the zombies are wandering around, they're gonna find me like that. So I would like to hide out in the basement of my house, which means I need a spot where I can easily trench my way back to the interior of the building. Fortunately, the previous owners of this house plumbed the mechanical room for pool equipment, running these PVC pipes out to the backyard. Unfortunately, these are not the other ends of them, and we have no idea where they go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mard, one of these is in my yard. Oh, it stinks, what the hell? Here we go. Ooh, look at that. Let's see you do camera work like that, David.
Can we get one of those for the office?
Goodness, we're gonna be able to see up my nose. Ew, oh, nice. Unreeling it tells us how deep we are. Oh, I haven't shown you guys the coolest trick yet. Where's the divining rod? We power up this boy, the Navi track. Okay, and then now, see that? You can see the end of the thing, huh? Wait, are you sure it turns?
Oh, right.
Well, how do we go around the corner? Really? How do we get it to, I'd like you to bend, please. Oh, okay, sure, I'll try. This fish stick is wet. I think I'll wash my hands before eating any more of my hot dog.
Come on, snaky boy.
I think it's actually the spring kind of catching on the ridge. We have an idea to kind of bend it around that first turn. 10 feet, 30 feet. That's far enough to reach outside, right?
I think they figured 35. Oh, I saw a light!
What is it? 73 feet. That's the end. Let's go find it. They told me at the shop that aside from lining up the crosshair, I want this number as high as possible. Why did the contractors tell me this was so hard? It's right here. I mean, I guess we have to actually dig and see if it is in fact there. Digging like a man. Digging like a man, fast as I can. We're locked in here, boys. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I got at least like 2 rocks. Where'd my mark go? This is very tough soil. He's digging like a man. Oh yeah, we're getting in there. There's a good one, boys. Oh yes. Okay, wanna divining rod me? 3 feet deep, what the? Okay, how we doing? Is this the right spot now at least?
Another 1.5 foot.
1.5 foot. Oh, there's a good one. Whoa, Nelly. She's a bucking bronco. Oh, there it is. Okay. Can I have a shovel? Oh, they're all here. All my friends are here. Wait, is this too many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold on. No, this one over here seems to be more irrigation. Yeah, that means the extra foot is that way. Oh my God, this soil is atrocious. How was this a garden? Beautifully insulated water bottle from lttstore.com. My ice that I put in it earlier, it's not melting. Thirsty. We don't have any plumbing tools because I'm not a plumber, but what I am is the world's worst woodsman. Ready? Here we go. How you doing? This is awesome. These things are so cool. Who says tech has to be computer tech? I can use these other ones for like whatever, right? I mean, hell, they need power out there. So I'm gonna be like, hey, by the way, couldn't help doing your job for you. The context for that is that I asked the contractors over a year ago to find out where these go. And they were like, oh, very complicated. Woo! I have tied my DisplayPort cable to my snake. And now I'm gonna tie everything else that I need. We should definitely run that piece of string so I don't need to go rent a $300 snake if I ever need to run anything through here again. Now I'm assured this works, but I've never actually tried it. We've taken a standard momentary PC power switch and then soldered it to 100 feet of speaker wire. All right, Callanan, let's do it! Keep going nice and slow. I'll call out stop if you need to stop. Keep hauling. This is freaking awesome. I got a wired up yard. This would have been a way way better path to the water cooling for the walls of the pool. It's right there. And then the whole thing would have just been underground. Okay, there it is. Power switch, optical display port, fiber optic USB. Time to finish burying the PC. Now we just gotta run our cables into the box. Obviously, we don't want the excess just sitting in the ground. We just get our PC in here. And you guys are sure this is gonna work, hey, the power switch? Hey, thanks Cable Mod, cool orange power cable. Whoop. There we go. I am a huge fan of these fiber optic USB extenders from Icron. They can do USB 3, USB 2, and USB 1 over a single, just run-of-the-mill fiber optic cable. Now I wanna do a test before we actually lower it all the way into the hole. We've got it braced across the hole right now. So we got a webcam with a ring light in here. We're just gonna put that right there so we can keep an eye on what our power input is from our solar panels and our output to our gaming rig. Also, before we bury this whole thing, we'd like to do a quick test of our solar power generation capabilities, but the sun has kind of gone down already. So we're gonna play into our whole apocalyptic narrative and say, well, there's probably a cloud of particulate matter in the sky causing permanent overcasts. Let's see how much power we can generate. These things are legit super cool. Sponsored talking points aside, my dad uses one of these Jackery solar generators at their off-grid cabin. So he charges up his sleep apnea machine during the day, and then at night, he runs his machine, charge all their phones, do all that good stuff, rinse and repeat. Yeah, let's go that way as much as we can, hey? Because we might as well be in the sun a little. Oh, damn it. I'm making it worse, not better. Get the fuck out of the way, kickstand. Oh, it appears to be full. Also, how'd all this dirt get on the computer? All right, post-apocalyptic gamers, are you ready? This better work. If it doesn't work, then I don't know what we're gonna do.
Switch on the back of the power supply is good.
Okay, well that's good because that's relatively simple to solve. So let's just give her a replug. Okay, hit it again. Oh my God, there's a rock in the fan. Looks like we would need to explore some kind of relay system to have a fully functional power switch. In the meantime, let's see if at least our cooling works. I don't know that these are necessarily the games that I would have put on an offline only forever PC. Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Rocket League, Halo Infinite. Anyone else feeling that you'd probably be the coolest guy in post-apocalypticville if you had a gaming PC? Either that or the deadest guy. Man, why are we settling for high settings here? We could do more, 120 FPS. With that said, even though it's running at this frame rate, I can definitely feel that the frame pacing is not super even, and that's gonna be in no small part thanks to our undervolted GPU. This is not a 3050 at its best. Wow, we were at 132 watts. We fell all the way down to 85 watts here. Not too bad. We are running Windows in low power mode. How much of a difference that makes? I don't know. Jake said it made a difference. I didn't validate it. How we doing for temps? Oh my God, this is not problematic at all. We're at like 50 degrees on our GPU. Freaking awesome. Also, we are still not getting any input from our solar panels, I guess because we are too charged. We might have to shoot a quick pickup to see how much power we can generate with the solar generator part of our generator. Either way, this was it. The Prepper PC. Did it make perfect sense? Probably not so much, but darn it, we had an awful lot of fun making it. Shout out Jackery for sponsoring this video and you for watching it. It's time for me to play some Doom Eternal. It's the end of the world. Blah, 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 blah.